Okay, so I was trying to record a letter to my dad and it didn't work out, so I don't know. Some of the things that I want to have a family, and given the state of the world in terms of Western society, it's very difficult for a lot of men to achieve the types of personal life goals that used to be very commonplace, especially as it comes to relations, family, relationships, romantically and whatnot. Back in the day, it used to be very unpopular for a woman to be unmarried and to have kids, or to even be unmarried, really. And adultery, out of wedlock, sex and everything was very harshly, socially kind of ostracized. Now that is not the case. It's the exact opposite. You're not even allowed to criticize this type of behavior, or you're branded as a slut shamer and everything. So women have basically been given carte blanche to behave as slutty as they can, to just simply go after what their loins want, and this tends to be men that are aggressive, violent, tough, physically, attractive in terms of this bad boy, alpha, aggressive thing, but not stable. Maybe don't have a job, not going to be a provider, not going to stick around, not going to raise children, etc. But that's okay because the state will pick up the tab. And not only that, but women don't even face criticism anymore for these types of choices. In fact, they're lauded as heroic. The single mother, just, man, she's doing it. And so there's no consequences for harlotry anymore. So it's very difficult for the average man to secure the affection of a woman because of this. They are instead interested in, like I said, this bad boy thing. You always hear about the plight of the nice guy, or the friend zone, etc. And I'm not even that bad compared to most guys. I feel very bad for them. And still, it's very difficult than it used to be to get a good girlfriend and whatnot. So to achieve the goals I want in terms of family, to find a good partner, a wonderful, loving wife that I really connect with, that's really interested in me, and is loyal, is going to stay around, is on the same path as me, really committed to that, and one that wants to have a couple kids, and one that is fertile. It doesn't have to be a dime. I do not care that much about looks. As long as she's a little bit cute, that is going to be good enough for me. I really do care about compatibility, virtue. I tell people, because I've done a lot of thinking about this, the things that I really look for in a woman is, they start with E, I want a woman who's endearing, who has a lot of empathy, who is, educated. She's intelligent. One that's been through some stuff, though, that is not just, I don't know how to explain it, but that's really grateful, earnestness is very important. Earnest, endearing, empathetic, all that. Preferably a girl that's an inch or two shorter than me, at least. That would be great. I'm really open, to race, to be honest with you. If a girl had that personality that clicks with me and just is devoted to me and loves me and is intelligent, is able to have a deep connection to talk about things, in a way that you just really, you really get each other. And like I said, that commitment that you are on the same path, that you have the same goals, you have the same values, as well as, a woman that's a Christian, that, would not betray you, that would betray their most deeply held principles before betraying you, because that's what love is. A woman that is not too high maintenance, that is, like I said, that just really has her priorities in the right way, that really, so that they don't care if kind of there's little these things and blah, blah, blah. You hear about couples that just bicker at each other, about, you leave the toilet seat up, blah, 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 blah. It's not that I want a woman that's a slob or that doesn't care, but the point should be that you care about these other things so much that it just kind of comes natural, that you just don't really fight about the toilet seat. And here's one running right now. And the thing is, every time I see a woman out running, you could think, hey, that's great, this girl is really, really going out there. She's committed, she's not lazy, she's working on herself, etc. But once you understand human nature, and you understand female nature, the reason that she's doing this is because of an unvirtuous reason, because she wants to be able to secure the commitment of the highest value alpha that they possibly can. So once you look at it in this way, it's a lot harder to be empathetic and all these other types of things. But that's it's not the end of the world. It's kind of like I said, like with me, I, as a man, want a woman who's cute. I don't want a troll, etc. And these are base, kind of unvirtuous preferences. Beauty, that's very kind of superficial. But like I said with me, it is not the top priority. So I think it's okay for women to want a guy that's alpha, to be attracted to these things, but that it's not their top criteria. You know what I mean? So I think all that makes sense. But anyways, because they have these criteria, and because it is getting harder, and there are fewer women that are actually interested in family, let alone capable, I'm really going to need to have a lot going for myself to catch their eye to even begin with. So because I'm so far behind the 8 ball, and these problems, these disadvantages I have are lasting, not to mention the biggest disadvantage, that I'm short. That is a colossal disadvantage. It can be overcome, but it is so disadvantageous. Because of all these things, I think I really need my dad's help, to kind of improve myself, to kind of get a little jump up from where I am. And if I'm able to demonstrate, look, I've left some of that other stuff behind, I'm clean now, and I'm going to continue to be on this path, that he should be willing to help me out. Now this would mean just put me where I should be, put me where I would be if not for the drug addiction that I have. If not, which was of course a response to the abusive upbringing that he created to begin with. So I feel like he could justify helping me out. I think that he's worried if he helps me out that I'm not going to be able to make it on my own or something. He was raised this way, and it's not logical. It makes no sense. There's no reason that his letting me be at the Salvation Army fucking homeless when he has, a vacancy, he's a landlord, that makes no sense, and there's no reason to do it. He just has been kind of trained this way, and he doesn't have the ability to sit and think logically and be like, does this make sense? No, he just looks at people that are successful or that he does respect and says, what do they do? What do they think? That's unfortunate.